Hello, everyone. It's another wonderful Wednesday. So happy Wednesday to you. It's your girl Tech Ty, and I'm so happy that you're joining me here and my special guest on another segment of Talking Tech with Ty. I want to let you know that I have changed the format. It used to be 45 solid minutes of great content, and I brought it down to make it more bite sizable and more digestible in a 30-minute segment. And you see that I also have a new countdown timer, that 10-second. I made that on Canva. Hello. I'm just so proud of myself that I can do this.
Yeah.
But I want to move on. I want to go ahead and introduce my lovely guest before she introduces herself. My guest today is Gloria Ojukwu, and she is the product lead as well as founder of HerTechTrail. That makes sense because this is the founder series where we're highlighting founders of tech boot camps and job training programs. Not only that, Gloria is currently the group product manager at Nihongo Master. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest today, Gloria Ojukwu. Hey, Gloria.
Ty. Thank you so much, Tech Ty, for having me on your show. It's
Absolutely.
really a pleasure to be here. And my name is Gloria Ojukwu, and I'm the founder and product leader at HerTechTrail, and also the product manager at Nihongo Master. And basically, I've been in tech for like over 10 years,
Whew,
and it's been like an amazing journey. I hail from Nigeria, and yeah, the eastern part of Nigeria.
my
So
Niger
yeah,
people.
yeah, exactly, Niger people.
That's right. And it's wonderful to have you. So, I want to get into her tech trail. As you know, and as I previously said, this is the Founders Series where I highlight founders of amazing boot camps and job training programs. So, like all founders, what I've noticed amongst them is that they're problem solvers. So, you created a solution by having this boot camp. So tell me, what is it you are seeing in your community? What problem, what issue did you identify that you created Her Tech Trail as the solution?
Okay, so actually, her texture was bred out of a personal experience.
Hmm.
So prior when I prior now, I when I was started out in tech, I used to have challenges of role models who to look up to, especially as a black woman.
Mhm.
So most people who I would actually be able to look up to were actually not accessible, not easily reachable. They were really far away from me.
Yeah.
The likes of Bill Gates. And I mean, as a then I could, even now I can reach out to Bill Gates and all of that. So and when I was starting out, I had, as a black African woman, I thought it was going to be very easy if I could see someone who, had the same experiences as me, someone who looks like me, who I could
Absolutely.
really reach out to. Exactly. So I found out that there was none. So most of the learnings I was doing was, I was self-taught, and I was trying to grasp as much as I can alone on my own. So as time went on, a lot of blacks started coming into tech, and mostly they were still guys. We still had the problems of having lack of female tech role models in the industry. So,
Hmm.
I maneuvered that, I managed the situation, trying to learn from the guys, and the experience can never be the same. So
Hmm.
so when I found my foot, I had to tell myself that, these things I faced, I wouldn't let another woman face the same issue, right? So I would want to have a platform where women can easily reach out to people who they trust and who they believe can actually coach them in a safe environment to get what they really want to get. And actually, it actually started, I told myself that I'm going to be very open. I never actually imagined her textual from the onset. So I told
Okay.
myself I was going to be open, as much as possible. So I had to tell people following me on social media that, you see, if you're a lady and you need help in tech, my DMs are always open and all of that. So as time goes on, when I noticed that, it was becoming very overwhelming. A lot of people trying to reach out, and then I
Yeah,
was working at all of that. So I had to be very sincere with myself, because at that point, I knew I was not going to be able to do it alone. So that was when I actually first thought about her tech trail. So this is not just going to be all about me anymore. It's going to be a platform where, people who have the same vision as me can actually still come together, and we create a platform where these people, women, people who are upcoming, are going to be able to freely and, you know easily ask for help, at a
that's outstanding.
very safe environment. Yeah. So that was how initially her tech trail was, that was how it actually came about, firstly.
Thank you so very much for that. And you mentioned a few things that I would like to go ahead and affirm. You're looking for role models that resembled you. And you said, as a Black African woman, and you mean continental African, specifically Nigerian, I'm a Black American woman, and we have similar issues here in America. And representation matters. We know it. So there are other people that are creating solutions to issues like you did because they want the representation to be there. So it'd be simpler, easier for the people that are coming behind them. So I really do commend you on coming up with the solution of reaching out
Too.
to social media to start, which was the impetus. And then, due to the overwhelming response, deciding that, you know what? I can grow this. I can start up and I can scale up. And I want to go ahead and talk about your vision because you mentioned this that you wanted to collaborate and be with more people that shared your vision. So if you go to Her Tech Trail, if you go to the website, you'll see that the vision states, we envision an Africa where women are proportionally represented in all spheres and sectors in the tech industry. And I share that vision with you. So that's why I am so excited to have you here today on the Founders Series. Now, y'all are probably wondering, how do we connect? And through the power of LinkedIn, people. LinkedIn, I love you. I can't get through one segment without telling you, LinkedIn, I love you.
I love you,
Because
LinkedIn.
actually, Gloria and I connected. I believe I reached out to her. There was a post of hers that resonated with me, and I reached out and I went ahead and connected with her. But later on, after we connected, she reached out to me and invited me to be a speaker at a Her Tech Trail conference. So that was my first real interaction with the organization. And what did I talk about? Success after completing a boot camp. And I will say this, that my speaking, and it was a virtual conference because, hello, still very much in COVID, as well
Yeah.
as I am based in Brooklyn, New York. And as Gloria mentioned, she is in Nigeria. So that interaction happened at the same time. So there was a really great synergy because it happened at the same time that I had the impetus for this LinkedIn Live series because I wanted to connect with people. And I thought that it would be better and simpler to use video instead of constantly always using text because it would last longer on the platform. So I want to thank you again for inviting me to speak at Her Tech Trail, to the wonderful scholars, to the
It was a
wonderful women
pleasure. It was an honor.
representing
Yeah.
representing tech in Africa, like tech in Nigeria. Let's Before we move forward, I just want to be clear about one thing. The future is female and the future is in Africa. What's up? Like if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you because the future is female and the future is in Africa and tech in Africa. So get ready people because it's already happening. So this is a pivotal time to speak to you, Gloria, about Her Tech Trail. Now, I'd like to, since you were so generous in telling us the impetus and how this started, where are you now? So you started where you did, but where are you now? How long has Her Tech Trail been around? And when you started it, what it looked like? Does it still look the same as it is today? Talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for the question. So, when we started out, personally, I didn't have like an official plan. I had in mind, it was gonna be like all casual, a place, a free space for women, black women
Mhm.
and all of that. So I never had this serious official mental model of HerTechTrail from the onset. So when we started, we actually started physically in my local community here in
Mhm.
Nigeria. So we were, I think, in the launch event, we were actually about 50 something black
For a
women.
launch
Yeah,
event? That's
yeah.
outstanding.
So yeah, so people were actually very excited. Looking at the fact that at that point it was like nobody was doing something like that. In my local community, so it was like new and people were excited. To come to learn about tech and all of that. So after that, we actually thought of having it like a hybrid community where we
Mhm.
could do some physical and as well as virtual. But when the COVID hit, um, it was we knew it was time to take the virtual stuff very serious. So that was
Yes.
how we moved like up to 80% of our activities, online. And I mean, I think it was also a good one for us because we grew from just having members in Nigeria to
Mhm.
having members in over 10 countries. So right now
On
we
the
do
on the
not
continent? Over
sorry.
10 countries, pardon me, over 10 countries on the continent or on the
Exactly.
continent and in maybe Europe? Where?
Yeah, so currently we have members in Africa, we have members in Europe, we have members in New York, we have members in the US. So we
Okay.
have grown even across the continent. So so when
Awesome.
when when that happened, I was like, whoa, you know, we started out, little by little, across Africa, and then we grew even above Africa. And then something recently happened. We had our first boot camp, and then we really didn't do much in the first one. After the first one that we had physically, because the launch program was like we did it like as like a 1 day boot camp. But after
Okay.
then we had our second boot camp, which was like a 2 weeks event. It was a
Nice.
2 weeks boot camp, after which we had like another 2 weeks challenge for the people who participated. So in that boot camp track, we started with just product design, because we noticed that a lot of women loved design and they always wanted to get into design. So we started with design, and we had, we were just brainstorming, and will I say basically testing the waters at that point.
Yes.
So when we noticed that, the people who graduated from that cohort, we
Mhm.
felt the we felt how serious they took it. So that was when I personally knew that, I have to be more serious about this, right?
Definitely.
People who came for the boot camp were really serious and very very positive about the whole thing. So currently, like almost all the people who graduated from that boot camp are having their jobs, and about up to 20% of them were connected to their jobs by HerTechTrail. So that was another milestone for us. So that was how we officially renamed our boot camps to cohorts. So
Mhm.
currently we are in our cohort 3, and this was the very first cohort where we had over 3,500 applications at all.
Wait a second. You went from a launch event that had 55 people in your community to now receiving in the third cohort 3,500 plus applications. How many spots were available for those?
3,500 plus.
Yes.
Sorry,
How many spots were available?
sponsors.
Spots. How many spots were available? You
Course.
had
Yeah, so
3,500
we had
applications.
we had
Continue.
1,500 spots available. So we got over almost 4,000. I would call it almost 4,000 applications received.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, we took just 1,500, and it's been an amazing journey because I think almost 400 are currently learning. So what we do is once we bring these people we they are currently in their 8th week, right?
Mhm.
So we keep eliminating the people who we feel are less serious, and we
Mhm.
leave the very serious ones in the cohort, because I mean one of the end goals is to can connect the best talents to amazing tech companies. So we need to keep eliminating people. So they are almost at the end of the cohort, and they are more than 350 still in learning
Mhm.
currently. So, and I mean, it's been amazing because we grew when we started, we had just two coaches, I and one other person. But now we are over 20 coaches in the academy.
Wow.
So,
Wow, and
I think,
that's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Thank you so much for detailing the not only the startup, but the scale up. That is outstanding. And I want to highlight that at hertechtrail.org, the courses that you have available, you mentioned that a lot of the first women in the program were interested in design. And one of the courses is Introduction to UI and UX Design, User Interface and User Experience. There's also Intro to Front End Web Development. There's Beginner Digital Marketing. There's Product Design, Product Management, and Data Analytics. So there's really been an expansion in not only the amount of seats available in the cohort, but the courses available to learn. And is this a tuition free or is this a tuition based program?
yeah. So, we when we started out, it has always been free. Even now it's still free. The tuition is actually free.
Amazing.
So in the academy, we have like three levels of learning. So we
Hmm.
have the general community learning, where everybody can come in. The application process is a little bit easier, and we have unlimited spots. So it depends on the time. So if we say the application ends to so time, is like mostly time based. So that's open for every black woman. Yeah.
Hmm.
So currently we have that, and is totally free and is easier to get into. And then we have the cohort based learning. So this cohort-based learning is the one we have currently 1,500 spots, in a cohort. So what we do is these people get to learn. We get to teach them extensively for 3 months, and at the end of 3 months, we follow them up with serious mentorship, and then we also try to connect the best people with amazing tech companies. So this one is actually, the tuition is free, but they get to write an entrance test, to let
Okay.
us know that they're actually very ready for what they want to get into. And
Mhm.
currently is very affordable for anyone. So the entrance examination currently is about $12, and in Nigeria currency is about 5,000 naira. So we believe every black woman should be able to afford this amount.
Understandable. So I like the structure where anyone could join, any black woman that is interested in her tech trail can join the community. And I'm actually a part of the community. I am always in the Slack group. So I see all the shout outs to the developer or the member or the tech sis, of the week, of the month. So I
Yeah,
like that community aspect. I like the support because I'm all about community. Anybody that's ever been here before, this is your first time, Big Tie or Tech Tie is all about community. So I like that aspect that anyone who is interested can go ahead and join. But you also show your level of interest and engagement by by joining the cohort, and then there is a process of elimination that normally does happen to in order to support those that are a bit more serious and elevate them, and then get them to the end of the 3 month cohort, and then pair them with companies that are looking for this amazing talent. And I do like the fact that the only portion that is paid is for writing the exams, or writing for it, which is examination in America. That's how we would say it instead of writing for it. So that makes sense, and I do like the fact that it's affordable. So you said the 5,000 naira is that 5,000 to $1 or $5,000 is the entire cost, which has the equivalent to $12 US.
Yeah, so the 5,000 naira is equivalent to
To
$12. $12.
exceptional. I
Yeah.
like that. I really do appreciate that. Now, I want to go ahead and ask you, like, how has it been for you pairing, your Texas, all of these wonderful women, all of these graduates with companies? Because I do see that her Tech Trail is trusted by hundreds of innovative companies. When you go to the website, you'll see Techredy, you'll see Tech Links, you will see a plethora of companies that are working with her Tech Trail. So I also noticed that on your LinkedIn, so make sure you go and check Gloria's LinkedIn, that you are based in Nigeria, but the company that you work for, Nihongo Master, is that based in the United States. It says Nevada. So are you also interested in helping attract companies as partners who are not only African based, or continental African based, but based all over the world? Talk to me. Talk to me
Yeah,
about
so
that.
yeah, so currently, like you said, I work for Nihongo Master as a product manager. So yeah, so we're actually looking out for companies who are inclusion minded. They are interested in diversity in their team. I
Mhm.
personally believe as a product manager, solutions, tech solutions and product can never be whole without proper
Absolutely.
diversity and inclusion. So I have that understanding personally, and then with that understanding, I believe that companies who need this talent, will be able to get what they want from architecture. So we are not just open to African, country, sorry, companies. We
Companies.
are as
Yeah.
well as open to companies who are outside Africa. So thank God for the remote work and everything. Some of our people who we have connected to companies are actually working remotely. So they can stay wherever they are, and some of them are not even in Nigeria. We have students, like I said earlier, who are in New York, different countries of the world. So wherever you are and wherever your company is, we are basically open to ownership and making sure that an inclusive and diverse team.
Like I said, this is outstanding. And for those in the audience that are interested in learning more about Her Tech Trail, you should definitely go to hertechtrail.org. We were just talking about companies. So I'd like to also let people know that if you're interested in hiring Her Tech Trail grads, our Texas, then you can go to hertechtrail.org as well as /company. You can toggle to that page. Now, for those people that are interested in getting to know more about Her Tech Trail, I did mention definitely go ahead and go there. Before we wrap up, I do want to talk about this Heroes tab you have on your website. So, I am in tech. I've been in tech for a while and I have visited a lot of websites. I love
Whoa.
websites. I love info, and I've never seen a Heroes tab. So tell me more about this Heroes tab, because it says we've partnered with forward thinking humans and brands. And really quickly, you mentioned that the very first women that were a part of her tech trail were interested in design. And I got to tell you, one thing that really grabbed me about her tech trail is the design. And we had talked about that when
Oh,
you had reached out to me about being a speaker. Their design, ooh, wow. So I want to shout out the graphic designer, the product designers and everything, because the website and all of the materials, the assets, when you go to Her Tech Trail on LinkedIn and the website, fire, fuego, flames.
yeah.
So I want to mention that. So sorry, but I want to bring it back. Talk to me about the Heroes tab.
Thank you so much for the compliment. So we have like an amazing design team. Yeah, Alex,
Amazing.
wherever you are, Alex is our head of design. Yeah, and we have like other designers in the team as well. So Alex has been like a great, addition to the team and all of that. Yeah. So talking about the heroes section on our website, the Heroes program was one that we designed for, guys. Guys are like, when we say guys, I mean tech. In Nigeria here, we call them tech bros. So these
Oh, we call
are,
them tech bros too. I hope yours are
oh,
better than ours,
great.
but go ahead.
Great. So these are mostly guys who are, always busy, but they also love the vision, right? And they do not really have like a brand that they can partner with, like use the brand's name to partner with us. So we want to also welcome everyone who really wants to connect with our vision. So we designed this program for guys, tech bros, even if you're not a tech bro, but you're a guy, you're interested in what we are doing, you can always sign up for the program. So actually, this in as much as it was designed for guys, we also noticed that companies became interested. So that's why we even have companies, and then even some ladies are also interested. So
I
ladies
gotta
can,
say, I'm definitely interested. There are three levels and of the donation plan, and it is bronze,
yeah.
silver, and gold. And after we complete this, I've decided, and I'm telling you now, she didn't know this at a time because this is live, people. I'm gonna sign up for gold, and that gold is $25 per month, which is 10,000 naira. And I
Yeah.
I have a personal allocation of finances that I give every single month to organizations that mean something to me. And I have been impressed by Her Tech Trail and your advocacy and your support of these women. You are a Black continental African woman. I am a Black American woman of continental African descent. And I see no other reason why I can't help support my sisters, my cousins, and I will be donating and getting a membership at the $25 a month level. So, for those of you who are also interested in either giving a personal donation or one-time donation or that subscriber plan, or if you are or if you are in the audience and you like to partner because you have remote roles available and you want to partner with Her Tech Trail um, to provide that pipeline and you need diverse well qualified candidates, please go to hertechtrail.org and go to the donate or partner page. I want to thank you so very much for being here and talking about Her Tech Trail with me, Gloria. As we wrap up, is there
I'm
anything else?
very old and I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy. You just took me on the words. I'm so grateful.
Oh, I mean, come on. We're gonna talk after this because you know what it is. Like, but I'm
Okay.
just grateful. But I really wanted people to know more about Her Tech Trail. Talking Tech with Ty and this founder series isn't only about highlighting US based job training and tech boot camps. It's about highlighting all of the options for people. We are now living in a closer world. You know, degrees of separation are a lot tighter now with it being COVID influenced and using a lot more tech tools, being remote, being hybrid, the world is much smaller. And we need to be, well, I think, and I live and I preach that we need to be more connected to our global community. So, this is the reason why I thought it was very important to have you here with us. So, if we want to also connect with you, Gloria, should we find you on LinkedIn?
Oh, sure, sure. I'm always open.
Okay. And also, you can follow Her Tech Trail at Her Tech Trail on all social media platforms. So, Gloria, thank you again for being here. Everyone, you know what it is. Your girl always ends on time. I don't play with that. So now we're down to a 30-minute segment. I thank you so very much for being here, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed this segment of Talking Tech with Ty, our Founders series. So with that, I want to say deuces.